Greetings for the season students. I'm happy to visit you all through this platform. I'm Dr. Brigida, Associate Professor from Pharmacology. So here we are going to discuss about important topic that is for lifetime. So many might have asked you to listen properly. So here we are going to learn an AdCom session. So how you need to have an attitude and what is your ethics and how you can communicate after you listen. A great verse in Bible says, quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. So this session brief about how important it is to listen, and also subsequently depends on your listening, how you respond, reflect is based on your skills. So, as we go, this is the content of this session. So, importance of listening, responding, and reflecting, and how you can practice all this, and few tips and hindrances while you practice this, and what is the ethics should be followed in all these. And I need to place a context why this topic is in foundation course. So, importance of listening, as you all know, crucial in all aspects and phases of life. It builds relationship. So when you literally give your ears, it is showing the person who is talking that you want to build relationship, and there is always an effective communication. Depends on your listening, you can communicate, and it gives you a platform for conflict resolution, and you grow and you learn, and shows empathy and understanding towards the listener. What is active listening? So, being a student, you might have been through passive listening. So, you will listen, but nothing will enter into your head. So, giving full attention and avoiding distractions, how you need to paraphrase so that if you don't understand certain things, what people is communicating, then you need to paraphrase it and summarize it. So, whether what you have heard is correct or not, and asking clarifying questions, and in between showing them empathy and understanding that you are actively listening them. Major tips here is you should have a contact, eye contact. So use verbal clues like yes, I agree. Avoid interrupting and reflect on what being said. Ask open-ended questions. Why you need to listen is based on your listening, what you heard from people, then you need to respond. If you are not hearing properly, then you can't show your gesture as empathy or understanding, or you can't respond properly. So whatever you hear, you need to process it in your mind so that you can respond appropriately. So the knowledge of the speaker, um, uh, how he can communicate, that is important, and you need to acknowledge the speaker and build a rapport, then clarifies the understanding by asking open-ended questions, and fosters dialogue and provides feedback. So how you can effectively respond is being thoughtful and considerate toward their situation. So if someone is asking for a suggestion, or they are in a dilemma, you need to have a considerable thought over their situation, and you need to make it very sure that your language should be clear and concise, and it shows empathy and understanding. And ask few follow-up questions whether what I understood is correct, or whether I respond is it applicable, or certain feedback from the listener as well. So providing relevant feedback or guidance to the those who spoke. Tips for responding effectively: stay focused, be concise, and tailor your tone. So, always your tone matters. So, at times we literally respond very well, but in a sarcastic tone or in a jovial way, if you respond, then you are not. Sending a signal to those who have spoke to you a good sign. So show appreciation in the sense it is not their out of their willingness they came and spoke to you. So appreciate that you are pleasant in hearing them. Importance of reflecting is, as you know, the importance of listening and responding. Reflecting is whatever that you have listened, how you have responded, that should be reflected in both of your situations. So you have heard from someone and they have spoken something. You have responded them. Then out of that, what are the repercussions after it? Mutually, how you are towards them or how they are towards you. So this deepens a relationship, as we already saw, and it has a deepens understanding. So fosters critical thinking and promotes learning and enhance the relationship and support problem solving. So effective reflecting is involves clarity, relevance, empathy, thoughtfulness, and timeliness. So always, I'll set this context. So just want all you to know about what is listening, responding, and reflecting. Why we are learning this? I want to keep this context as a student, teacher, and a doctor, patient, as well as in life all through your phases. You need to follow this. So impact of reflecting effectively is builds trust. So the person once spoke to you should always have an open channel that they should come again to talk to you, as you have reflected properly and you have responded it nicely. Then only they can come back to you. So this resolves issues, fosters strong relationship. So, just a few hindrances over listening. If you have a preoccupied mind, or if you are distracted, you have something in your mind about your personal issues, you are mentally absent, then you can't hear it properly. So, or whatever that suits you, or whatever you want to listen, it is called selective listening, and ignoring the rest. Sometimes we have some prejudice towards certain person. So because of the past learned behavior, so always we judge even before they communicate to us. We have opinions, and before the speaker word reach our ears, we conclude and biased it as something negative or positive, whatever it is. So, noise and environment is a hindrance, and emotional reaction. Certain words, if they communicate, if someone is talking to you and certain words provoke you, then that is the end of your listening. So, it should not have any tag of your personal feeling over what you hear. So, every people want to be heard without any prejudice and without any emotional tags. So, similar way, some languages, I don't know Hindi, someone speaks only Hindi. So, a mutual understanding is about English. So, set the context on initial itself, how you both understand, and cultural barriers as well. So, someone talking about their cons about their own behavior or something, you can't understand if you are not culturally knowing them. And pseudo listening is pretending that we are hearing them, but nothing is going inside our ears. So hindrances is responding to us like a premature advice giving. If you're not hearing properly, you will end up giving premature advice, and this gives a negative signal to the speaker. in the sense they were not understood properly. So until they finish, you give your ears. So defensiveness. So in midst, so you don't defense like protect yourself from that issue, or giving premature advice, or sometimes it's not a big deal, or don't worry, like this things. This becomes a hindrance, because of the issue only they have come to you, but you are telling it's not a big deal. The gesture what you show rebels them from talking to you, and over generalizing like everything happens for a reason. So don't give philosophical response. So appropriately you keep yourself in their shoes, and give them gestures or suggestions. And inappropriate non-verbal cues like tone, just nah, mm, mm, these are all will provoke them. So just even your face and the expressions you show, that should be pleasing to them, so that they can continue their talk. So talking more than listening. So everyone love to be heard. So keep this in your mind. Don't dominate by giving advice or talk. You should not talk more. Let them speak. So give time for listening rather than speaking. So hindrance and reflecting. So five important reflection is, if you inappropriately and accurately paraphrasing your message, then normally whatever the output is, it will not be attained. And superficial reflection or overuse of reflection, or failure to recognize emotions, or projecting your own feelings, or lack of empathy, all this will destroy the relationship between the speaker and the listener. So I'll conclude this with how it is ethically important. So you have learned about the hindrance of listening, like distraction, bias, selective hearing, or premature advice, invalidation, poor nonverbal cues towards responding, and lack of empathy, inaccuracy, and superficiality towards reflecting. But why we need to be ethically strong in listening is, that is how you can build relationships. So it is not that in the world creates so many doctors around, and there are so many humans, but why there should be a relationship between two? Because they love to talk to you, and you need to show them that you are there to hear them. So listening ethically is showing respect and confidentiality and non-judgment. This is the ethics that is needed to listen. And how you need to respond is, it should be a truthful one, and empathetic and supportive and appropriate. And reflecting ethically is accurate, empowering, sensitive, and confidential. So I have placed this all that we listen, all that you have already listened. So now I want you to reflect on it. So just want to place the context. You reflect on, if you are listening to a teacher, then how you will respond, and what is your reflection on it. Similar way, always parents want the children to be heard, but children wants the vice versa. So similar way, I want to set this context as doctor patient. So because in this world there are so many doctors, in order to make yourself competent, or open, accessible to the patient, so how you need to conduct. It is very important that it is not that your medicines cure. Better you listen. If you listen properly, then you can reflect on them with the curable medicines. But basically, it is not only the medicines which cure, it is the empathetic words you spoke after you hear to them, being it a big disease or a small disease, be it a cancer or a simple burn, whatever it is, how you react to their situation matters. And it is very important that when they are talking, the most major drawback here is if you learn to listen, but where you need to stop the prolonged conversation, because it is not that our whole time should be utilized for one patient, because here itself in India, the context is the patient doctor ratio is very less. So, is it that as I have spoken about listening, reflecting, responding, then you need to take your whole time listening to one patient for the day? No. So, how you need to listen, how you need to reflect, how you need to respond, that depends only on yourself, and how you can be paraphrasing and stimulating the other one to finish their talk appropriately. So, for example, if a patient is coming with headache, you want to know about the past history, whether the patient is going through the similar suffering previously, or this is the first time, or any familial history of such headaches. So the patient will talk about the generations together. So my dad, my grandparent was this. Their all their goodness. They start talking, but you want to know about just the headache, whether it is prevalent. So how you need to set the context is just it is good to hear from you, but just want to know about any other diseases that your grandparents had, or anyone is taking medicines, or did you had anything like that. So you need to without any hurt to them, you need to know where to stop and where to initiate. So this is very important. Being a listener, someone should not abuse you. So everyone is here to help each other. So building relationship doesn't comes from one person. It is a mutual thing. So just setting the context on doctor and patient, it is very important to know. It is better you listen, but how long you can listen and how appropriately you can listen also matters. But in a way, politely, you can convince them to brief their history, as well as elicit, and you can one way communicate them that you are empathetically listening, so your gesture matters to them. So even in your classroom, if you're not listening to your teacher, if you sleep, if you watch your phone, if you watch your watches, then obviously the teacher will have a different impact on the class itself. So, very important that if you want to be heard, better you hear. This is what you need to have in your mind. If you feel that you are not heard by someone, you have failed listening to someone. So, I just want to conclude this session as I start this quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. So, if this three speaks about first listening, then how you are responding, and how you are reflecting. So action matters. So before that, how to master your listening is listening actively, show empathy, respond mindfully, and paraphrase your sentences. Thank you so much. All the best for your future endeavors. Thank you.